This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's the situation, Snake?
Looks like the elevator in the back is the only way up.
Just as I expected. You'll have to take the elevator to the surface, but make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
Got it. Okay, I'm ready to go.
Snake, just to make sure, let's review how to use the codec system. Snake, if you want to send a transmission, first press the select button. That will put you in codec mode. When you're at the codec screen, press the right or left directional button to change the frequency. Then press up on the directional button, or press the circle button to transmit at that frequency. The codec also automatically stores the frequencies of the people you've spoken to. To open the memory window, press down on the directional button at the codec screen. The memory window will show a list of all the frequencies. All you have to do is select the frequency you want and press the circle button to transmit. If you want to switch back to the normal codec mode, just press the select or X button.
Throughout the course of this LP, you're going to see the codec calls take place over top of the gameplay.
Oh, that's handy.
We've got our trusty handy binoculars, but this time we use them to zoom in on the map from far away. We can scope out items that we want to get. We also have Snake's trusty brand of cigarettes. When you have them equipped, your health is always going to constantly, very slowly dwindle. Didn't Snake enter this area with, like, a respirator of some sort?
He had to take it off so he can smoke.
Right.
The O2 gauge is automatically displayed whenever you're underwater or surrounded by gas. It represents one breath. When the O2 gauge reaches 0, your life gauge will begin to go down.
So we can even smoke underwater. We can do anything we can do above water, underwater. Just a little bit slower. It's not clear if this is the ocean or if it's a big tub of jello. I remember there was something I was supposed to do down here. In order to defeat a Foxhound soldier, you have to think like a Foxhound soldier.
All the other Foxhound soldiers just did the same thing too. Mission complete.
And that's why they send Solid Snake. He's the guy that can get things done.
Snake, what happened? Snake! Snake!
Colonel Campbell actually sounds too legitimately concerned to be the big bad guy behind all this.
Well, we've killed off every other old man, Snake. It's gotta be me, sorry. That's why I had to do this.
Snake, you have to crawl to get through there. First, crouch down by pressing the crawl button, and then use the directional button to crawl in the direction you want.
Be careful, though. Crawling is slow and you can't attack when you're doing it either.
You can stand up by pressing the crawl button again.
I swear, the plot twist of this game is it's all a VR mission.
Snake, crawling is an important way to get through tight, narrow spaces, but you won't be able to attack while you're doing it, so be careful. If you want to stand up, press the crawl button again.
Naomi and the rest of the support staff were chosen for this mission because they have such patience for incompetence.
Snake, don't forget this is a covert operation. There are lots of bad guys and only one of you. If you're spotted, you'll be surrounded before you know it.
If that happens, you're finished.
First, go to the elevator in the back. Take it up to the ground floor. Then look for the DARPA chief.
So how do you get spotted in this game?
It's not easy. It's hard. They can't see you because they have this cloud of smoke in their face.
Snake, there's an elevator there you can take up to the ground. You'll just have to wait for the elevator to come down. You better hide somewhere.
What are they saying?
He was sneezing. That's why he didn't see us, because his eyes were closed when he sneezed.
If you find an item box, it's a good idea to get close and look at it in first-person view mode. You'll be able to see what's inside.
Oh, are there like trapped ones or something?
No, but if you want to know what it is before you pick it up.
Oh.
One of the nice unnecessary attentions to detail is that one of the soldiers in this map has a cold, and it's only in this map because he got a cold from the water.
I didn't notice which one.
He's the one that keeps sneezing.
Oh, was it? I can't tell them apart.
Really? I think they installed the klaxon on that elevator just in case somebody tried to sneak through, but they did it in opposite direction.
They'll never get out of here.
Snake, when you enter a narrow space, you'll automatically go into intrusion mode. Press up on the directional button to go forward and down to retreat backwards. You can also press right or left to face either direction. Advance while hiding yourself, pay attention to the enemy's actions, and make sure you're not discovered.
But be careful. You can't attack while you're in intrusion mode either.
And even if you go into intrusion mode while you're being chased, the enemy's grenades will still follow you.
Those aren't the enemy's actions, Snake. Stop looking at that.
Snake, when you're up against certain walls or obstacles, you can look behind you while you're still hidden. We call that corner view mode. Use it skillfully to see the openings in your enemy's actions and avoid being spotted while advancing.
In corner view mode, you can hit the wall to make a noise by pressing the action button.
So I can trick the enemy and lure him my way, huh?
You're good at tricking people, aren't you?
Only beautiful women like yourself.
Snake, when you're in first-person view mode, you can step to the right by pressing the R1 button, or step to the left by pressing the L1 button.
So I can just step out of the shadows and see what's up ahead, huh?
Yes, but remember that when you step out of the shadows, you'll be easier to spot. So if you're in danger, let go of the button and get back into the shadows in a hurry, all right?
Snake, don't run over puddles. The splashing sound might alert your enemies. Be careful.
Snake, you had one thing I specifically told you not to do.
If you're spotted, all the enemies will come to attack you at once. That's alert mode. In that case, there are only two ways to get out of danger. Either kill all the enemies that are coming after you, or escape from them for a certain amount of time. You'll see a timer in the upper right radar portion of the screen. That will tell you how much more time you need to stay out of sight in order to get out of alert mode. If you can escape until the counter reaches 0, the enemies will stop attacking you and you'll enter evasion mode.
Don't relax just because you're in evasion mode. The enemies will still be looking for you, so make sure you stay hidden so they can't find you. When the counter in the radar portion of the screen reaches 0 again, the enemies will return to their positions. That's when you can breathe a sigh of relief.
In any case, the most important thing is not to let the enemy see you. I want you to avoid any unnecessary combat.
So we're gonna do our best not to be discovered or draw attention to ourselves. unless we're in a place where they just physically can't see us. We can make as much noise as we want, and there's nothing they can do. It was obviously some noise. Oh well. Probably in my imagination.
Is there ever a situation where you can even get caught in water?
This is like the one of 2 instances of water in this game. I'm not quite sure how that ended up here. If it rushed in from the sea, we probably don't want to eat it. Or maybe some guy was using it as bait, fishing for barrels, I don't know.
Like catching fish from a barrel. I was wondering what those were. I thought they were holes in the ground.
Oh.
I guess it's just reflecting the ceiling.
Oh, those are the puddles.
Oh, it's on the tiles, I see.
It's the puddles, yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering why there were squares in it.
You still don't have a weapon. If you get into combat, you'll have to rely on your bare hands. Listen up, Snake. In unarmed combat, your basic weapon is the punch. Press the action button. If you press it repeatedly, you can take your enemy out with a combo. Not only that, when you're not holding a weapon, you can do a throw move by getting close to your enemy and pressing the weapon button while you hold down the directional button. That does more damage than a punch. If you press the weapon button without holding down the directional button, you can strangle your enemy. You can knock them out for a little while, or if you keep doing it, you can take them out permanently. The choice is up to you, but use it wisely.
My representation of Solid Snake in this playthrough is closer to Dennis the Menace than anything else.
If you grab your enemy in a chokehold, you'll be able to drag him around. That way you can use his body as a human shield.
They call me Coward Snake.
It doesn't actually work like that, because you'll just get shot and drop the enemy.
Snake, when you're in normal mode and you secretly kill an enemy, you can sometimes get items from them. If you use your stranglehold effectively, you can take out your enemies without making any noise.
Except for the looping grunting sound.
Just in case we had to subvert their plans, we removed the gene that allows them to hear their necks being broken.
Get on the elevator. It should take you right to the front of the nuclear weapon disposal facility. Be careful, though.
Even Campbell is sick of you screwing around, Snake. You've murdered everybody. That's just one way to not get caught. You kill everybody and there's nobody left to see you.